The View try brainwashing you again. Whoopi, the blonde one, all these people. They have Ketanji Brown Jackson on as a guest. I'm John Mike Keene, here to bring the history back. Let's watch The View and I'll straighten them out as we go.
Politics aside, the upcoming election marks another significant milestone for women of color, with Vice President Harris at the top of the ticket. One, what do you make of her historic candidacy?
Republicans were always stopped by the Democrats. Never forget that. Here's a little clip right here of the news. President Biden wants credit for nominating the first Black woman to the Supreme Court. But here's the shameful irony. As Senator Biden warned President George W. Bush that if he nominated the first Black woman to serve on the Supreme Court, he would filibuster and kill her nomination. Just remember what these people did to Condoleezza Rice, what they did to Clarence Thomas. They despise Black women when they're conservatives.
And as far as potential redos of 2020 go, are you confident our courts will faithfully uphold the votes if contested?
And who's likely to contest them? Oh, Democrats like these, like Jamie Raskin.
10 of the 29 electoral votes cast by Florida were cast by electors not lawfully certified.
I object to the votes from the state of Wisconsin, which should not be legally certified.
No debate.
Mr. President, I object to the certificate from the state of Georgia on the grounds that the electoral votes were not.
Debate. There's no debate.
And I object to the certificate from the state of North Carolina.
I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina. I object.
I object to the certificate from the state of Alabama. The electors were not lawfully certified.
That was our first attempted insurrection on January 6th of 2017 when Trump got put in office and the Democrats all lied to you about who actually won the election.
I am confident that the courts will faithfully uphold the law because that is our duty. That's what we do.
I'm semi-confident so long as these people don't get to step in.
Is it signed by a senator?
Not as of yet, Mr. President.
In that case, the objection cannot be entertained. The objection cannot be entertained. Debate is not in order.
Even with the
There is no
87
debate in
voting
order. Is
machines
it
that
signed by a
African
senator?
American
There is no
Rights Act
debate.
and
There is no
concerning hacking
debate
by
in
the
the
Russian
joint
government.
session. There is
In
no
the early
debate. There is
voting
no
from
debate.
16
There is
to
no
1.
debate.
And the mass
Please come to order. The
My
objection
signature on it
cannot be
seeking a senator,
received.
but the Russian
Section 18, Title 3 of the United States Code prohibits debate in the joint session.
I do not wish to debate. I wish to ask, is there one United States senator who will join me in this letter
There
of
is no
rejection?
debate.
Maxine Waters holds it up. Will one senator sign this thing and make it legal? No, not one. Not even one. Because you people are trying to undermine an election and you're crazy.
And I know a little bit about being a first. You know, I think a lot of people were very happy about my appointment in part because they saw it as progress for the country. That, you know, there was a time in which Black women wouldn't have had this opportunity.
The reason why Black women didn't have the opportunity is because of President Joe Biden. We'd have probably had it before. The story began in 2003. That's 20 years ago. We'd have had a Black Supreme Court justice, if not for Biden and the Democrats. When Bush nominated Judge Janice Rogers Brown, another Brown, to serve on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. The D.C. Circuit is considered the country's second most important court and has produced more Supreme Court justices than any other federal court. Brown was immediately hailed as a potential Supreme Court nominee. She was highly qualified, having served for 7 years as an associate justice on the California Supreme Court, the first Black woman to do so. She was the daughter and granddaughter of sharecroppers and grew up in the rural Alabama during the dark days of segregation, when her family refused to enter restaurants or theaters with separate entrances for Black customers. She rose from poverty and put herself through college at UCLA Law School as working single mother. She was a self-made African-American legal star, but she was an outspoken conservative So Biden set out to destroy her back in 2003. Someone please educate the View that it quit applauding, because you guys were the ones who stopped the Black female Supreme Court from happening 20 years earlier.
And so I'm not only so honored, but whenever we see someone moving into a position where no one has ever been, it gives a lot of people hope.
Like Obama.
It gives a lot of people hope.
Gives a lot of people hope of what Republicans do about 20 years before any Democrat, because Democrats are,
Our times have changed. Our society has changed.
And that's why it's important that we maintain a hold on history, teaching of history.
No, Whoopi, we don't need you to have a hold on history. That's why you guys have buried the fact that Republicans have tried having a Black Supreme Court justice. It was blocked by this administration. You don't get to have a hold of history, because I'm John Mike Keene, and I'm here to unleash the truth about history. Thanks for watching.